Episode 6, The Real Killer. The recovered memory card changed everything. For nearly 6 hours, forensic experts worked to restore the corrupted files. Detective Ryan Carter refused to leave the laboratory. Finally, one video was recovered. The timestamp read 10:39 p.m., 3 minutes before Michael Stone was murdered. The video showed Michael standing inside his private office. He wasn't alone. A man wearing a black hoodie stood across the room. His face remained hidden in the shadows. The two men were arguing. Michael slammed his hand on the desk. The stranger refused to leave. Then the video suddenly stopped. The remaining footage had been deleted. Ryan replayed the video over and over. Then he noticed something. The stranger wasn't wearing gloves. For only a second his right hand became visible. On his finger was a silver ring with a blue sapphire. Ryan immediately ordered the image to be enhanced. Several hours later, the laboratory identified the ring. It belonged to Victor Hayes, Michael Stone's business partner. His closest friend for more than 15 years, Ryan couldn't believe it. Everyone knew Victor. He had helped build Michael's company from the very beginning. No one had ever suspected him, but Ryan wasn't satisfied. He ordered a complete financial investigation. The results were shocking. Millions of dollars had disappeared from Michael Stone's company. The money had been transferred into secret offshore accounts. Every transfer led back to Victor Hayes. Then investigators discovered something even more disturbing. 3 days before his death, Michael Stone had confronted Victor. He had threatened to expose the fraud to the board of directors and the FBI. Suddenly everything made sense. The argument, the murder, the planted evidence. Daniel Cross had never been the target. He had simply been the perfect person to blame. Police teams rushed to Victor's office. It was empty, his house empty. His phone switched off. Victor Hayes had disappeared. Within hours, the FBI issued a nationwide arrest warrant. Airports, train stations, border crossings, every agency joined the search. News channels across America interrupted their programs. Business executive wanted in billionaire murder investigation. Meanwhile, Sarah Bennett filed an emergency motion in court. She presented the recovered surveillance footage, the new forensic report, the financial records, and the timeline proving the glove had been planted. The courtroom was silent. Judge Eleanor Brooks carefully reviewed every document. Then she looked at Detective Ryan Carter. "Detective, do you still believe Daniel Cross is guilty?" Ryan slowly stood up. He looked at Daniel, then at the judge. Finally, he answered, "No, Your Honor. I believe we arrested the wrong men." The entire courtroom gasped. For the first time since his arrest, Daniel Cross felt hope. But the case wasn't over. 3 days later, an FBI task force tracked Victor Hayes to a small motel near the Canadian border. He was arrested without resistance. During questioning, Victor denied every accusation, until detectives placed the recovered video in front of him. Then the financial records, then copies of the deleted emails. Victor remained silent. Minutes passed. Finally, he lowered his head. Tears filled his eyes. He whispered, "Michael found out about everything. He was going to destroy my life." Ryan looked directly at him. "So you killed him?" Victor closed his eyes. After several seconds, he quietly nodded. "Yes, but Daniel Cross was never supposed to suffer." Ryan's expression hardened. "But he did." Victor looked down at the table. He had no answer. The truth had finally come out, but one final trial still remained. To be continued.